that will provide refuge and strength for generations to come. Like a beacon on a hill, our temple will give hope and direction to a grateful people. Tonight, we will remember and honor heroes through the ages that lived true to the faith. Because of their sacrifices, we have our new temple.
In ancient times, as well as today, God's covenant people are known as the children of Abraham. The Lord calls the faithful of all ages to be standard bearers of the truth. Tonight, we will answer his call and say, we'll live true to the faith, for we are the children of Abraham.
Spirit guides us, he stands beside ears were calling because they live really close to the temple, and everyone just knew that it was a big deal. It's not some little thing, like every temple is a big deal, and we're really excited to have it.
What makes the temple is always when my family temple. It's when my parents, my grandparents, even my great-grandparents are married. And I always thought that's where I got married as well, but being at the Gilbert temple, I had a feeling that it would become my temple. And during its construction it has, and it's just been great.
It's my happy place. Whenever I'm going through a hard time, it's where I can feel safe.
My family, if we get sealed together eventually, when they come into the gospel, and promotes comfort, because I know I'll live eternal life with them.
The temples definitely give me some missionary opportunities. I've invited my friend to church several times because he really wants to be able to go into it someday. Walking the temple grounds with non-member people, it just has such a feeling. You have just comforting and peaceful. You just feel happiness inside of you, and you want to share with people. You want to tell them what you feel, so they can also have that feeling with them.
President Martin also told us that we have a lot of missionary experiences happening here, and now that we have more members of the church.
In ancient Israel, God's holy temple blessed his covenant people. First, they had the tabernacle, which was a portable temple during their wanderings through the wilderness. Next was Solomon's temple, the crowning jewel of Jerusalem.
Sadly, the ancient children of Abraham turned away from the Lord. So, their beautiful temple was destroyed, and they were taken captive as slaves to Babylon.
In Babylon, some Israelite youth were invited to live in the king's palace. Among them were 3 young Israelite heroes, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Yes, Your Majesty, there are not words to express my sadness on this day. Your 3 most trusted advisors have committed treason. What? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego of Jerusalem. They have said that they will never bow down to your magnificent golden idol.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, if you refuse to bow down to my golden idol, you'll be cast into the fiery furnace, from whence no God can deliver you.
If it be his will, our God can deliver us from the fiery furnace.
But if not, we will burn in the fire.
We will not bow down to the idol.
I think of how I trust you. It is all too much too soon. And only you would be this bold and not bow down to my image of gold. I'll let you reconsider. Refuse, you will find the most painful death is death. Do well to change your mind. Let this be known. We are sons of Abraham, and we will never compromise. We are not alone, and we don't fear the fire. We chose this road long ago. Will not comply. If we die, then we die. I'm stuck. I'm outraged. They have no respect for a king. They defy, they mocked him in his royal court. Treason has a painful sting. The time for talk is over. The time for words is through. Make the furnace 7 times hotter. I'll erase every trace of you. Let this be known. We are sons of Abraham, and we will never compromise. flames of the fiery furnace.
Being a little kid growing up on the small island of Molokai, my mom's family would have these huge garage sales to raise money to attend the Lady Temple, and my papa would gather all of us grandchildren to encourage us to sell any toys that we didn't need. And that year, my favorite toy happened to be this pellet gun, and I did not want to sell that thing, so I hid it in my truck. And on the day of the garage sale, my dad noticed it wasn't on the table. He came to me and said, "Elijah, where's your gun? Go and get it." So I got it and put it back on the sale table, and minutes later, someone bought it, and I spent the whole day crying in my truck, but I was proud because I knew that I helped my family get to the temple that year.
My older brother is a member. He got baptized before I did, and he completely changed his life around. And I had the privilege of watching it, and it was just so beautiful, and I was like, I want some of that. Why can't I be happy like that? So I took missionary lessons, and then I went to church with him a lot. And a year and a half later, I was baptized. I want to bring my family, even though they're not members. They're very curious as to see what's in a temple. I want them to feel what I feel when I go to church, and to be able to experience the things I have been so blessed with. And I most definitely want my family with me for the rest of eternity. Even if they're not perfect, I want them there.
A big decision for me was choosing seminary over cheer. As a freshman, I was invited to join the varsity cheer team, which would require me giving up early morning seminary, and in my area we're not fortunate enough to have release time, and so it was a struggle for me for a long time to decide which to choose, because I think I could benefit from both of them, but in the end I ended up staying with seminary, and I already see the blessings. It was definitely the best choice that I probably could have made.
To rally the righteous, Captain Ronai tore his coat and Ronai, in memory of our God, our religion and freedom, and our peace, our wives, and our children. He fastened this title of liberty to a pole and went among all the people to inspire them to obey God and to protect their homes and country.
favorite heroes from the Bible are Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego because these guys were thrown into the fire furnace worshiping false gods. So when they're thrown in there, saved by faith in Christ.
I was born in 1993, and after my parents raised 6 kids, they started an organization to help the poor people have a better life. And my mom was working at other orphanages, and she had a feeling that she should go to this orphanage. It was far away, so she went, and that's where she met me. And just felt like it was something special in our hearts that we should be a family. And so they adopted me, and I thank Heavenly Father every day that we can be a family.
My hero was Captain Morona. He was one of the big generals of his army. Some big guys who he broke down what he thought was right. And he took his army there to fight for what he wanted for his people, what they wanted in their lives.
My hero would have to be Jesus Christ, because he's the one who pretty much died for me. He would do something for someone, a sinner like me, and yet he did it because he loves me. It's pretty hard for me to understand why people would love me, but he does.
Lehi's wife, Soraya, is definitely a hero of mine. I think it would be really hard to pack up your whole house and your whole life and just go because your husband had a baby. So
One of my favorite heroes would have to be William Woodward, an ancestor of mine from the Willie handcart. He placed a lot of emphasis on temples because he worked on the Logan Temple when it was being built, and because of him, temples are a huge part of
my fourth great grandmother, her name was Louisa Marshall, and when she was 12 years old, she joined the church and traveled to America with her family. And when they got here, it was during the first handcart company, and they went to the Salt Lake Valley. But the captain said that her mother would slow them down because she had no husband and 6 children. But she had a strong enough testimony that she told him she would not only make it to the Salt Lake Valley, but she would beat them there. And true to her word, they beat them there. And I want to be like my grandmother and have a strong enough testimony like that.
Have you seen that one story? It's on YouTube. It's called Dane's Legs. He was wheelchair bound, and he was going to run a triathlon with him. It's a great example of a boy that was 13 years old, Deacon's Quorum president, trying to incorporate everybody in his quorum. Spencer is a great example of me because he shows the appeal of Christ, which if Christ were here, he would take Dayton on the same triathlon. He would have done whatever he could to incorporate everybody and involve everybody around him.
Today, as in all ages, each person must choose for themselves whether or not they will live true to the faith.
It's easy to talk about faith. It's easy to do what's right when there's no sacrifice.
It's so easy to preach about heart and say you'll be faithful and true when you know there's nothing to lose. I could do so much good in my life and help my people in this land. What is there to live for if I'm not true to who I am? I choose this day
Zion in the midst of Babylon.
Archaeologists have uncovered the remains of an ancient civilization that thrived here in our desert soon after the death of Jesus Christ. These people were the Hohokam Indians, pronounced Hokum Indians. The Hokum people dug many complex canal systems to irrigate their crops. When the early pioneers were sent here by Brigham Young, they discovered and redug these ancient canals, thus bringing water once again to our dry desert. The present-day Pima Native Americans are believed to have come from these ancient Hokum Indians.
My name is Denise Allen, and I am of the Cherokee, Shawnee, and Oto Native American tribes. I was baptized in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints when I was 11 years old, and I always remember seeing a picture of the temple the missionaries had shown me when I was taking the discussions. I really wanted to see the temple with all my heart. After we were baptized, my mother drove our family to Salt Lake City, Utah. It was nighttime, and we were very tired, and I really wanted to see the temple. I remember looking at the garden with the tall spires. I had never seen anything so beautiful. It was majestic. I am thankful for my heritage and my family that allows my family to be blessed and spoken forever. Today, we are blessed with many Native American nations in this area.
My great-great-great-grandpa was pastor of Arizona, and everything was going pretty smooth until we got to the Colorado River. When we got to the Colorado River, then none of the animals would cross. But my grandpa, he had a favorite horse, so he tied that horse to the back of a barn to coax it coming to the water, sat right next to it, and then when all the other animals saw that horse going into the river, then they all followed. Every one of them made it that day, and none of them got hurt or injured. And it just shows when the Lord wants something done, He makes leaders of His men, women, and horses too.
The early pioneers, I couldn't do any of that. I don't know. I'm so used to waking up to an alarm clock and getting in the shower with running water, blow drying my hair by plugging in a blow dryer, and it was so much more work that they had to put into everything. And honestly, I respect them so much. I don't know how they did it.
For me, when I wake up in the morning, I automatically want to get up and go take a shower. And running water is a big deal for me. So for them to come down here and go through that hardship for me and everybody here, for the church and all our opportunities we have now, we wouldn't have that if they weren't the first ones to come pave that road for us. And I'm just so grateful for that.
I think that it'd be really hard to go without air conditioning in 115-degree weather in the middle of summer and not being able to shower. I think that I would miss my makeup and my curling hair. I think that the pioneers that came to Arizona, that they loved the gospel enough that they were willing to even come through all this heat to be able to worship God how they wanted.
The Arizona pioneers that came to this valley were heroes. They had to sacrifice much, but they chose to live true to the faith and follow the prophet. They had to leave their homes in their beautiful temple in Utah, but they came here willingly. And when they arrived here, they celebrated. Yeehaw!
in July.
It's just too hot. I have to soak my sheets in the river so I can sleep at night.
Oh, this cactus.
Rattlesnakes. Scorpions! Ah! The dirt here is hard as rock.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. When I thought about my future, I didn't plan on this place.
Things just aren't working out as I planned.
I'm stuck for life in this dusty, barren land.
This just can't be the start of something good. I used to eat all my favorite fruits. Utah cherries, cakes, and pies. Now my mom gives me something called Coyote Surprise. This just can't be the start of something good.
I used to dream of my future. Fancy balls, beautiful gowns, engraved invitations.
I hate to spoil the moment, but I lower my expectations.
I will lower my expectations.
I miss my house.
I miss my soft feathered bed. Now I sleep in a wooden crib instead. This just can't be the start of something good. So here we are in this terrible place, the place of Egypt, where nothing compares to what we face.
I want to be in Utah, the old neighborhood. You know I'm fairly certain
This just can't be. The start of something
We have many Latin American heroes that have sacrificed much to live true to the faith and help spread the gospel of Jesus Christ. These brothers and sisters are true pioneers, and we honor them tonight.
Nearly 60 years ago, my parents traveled to Arizona to be sealed in the temple. For many years thereafter, they worked in the old Tri-State Center, helping the Latin American people who would travel by bus for 4 to 5 days to come to the temple. These buses were old and unreliable and often broke down. There was no overnight lodging. The bus was their only accommodation until they arrived at the Tri-State Center in Mesa, Arizona. My parents marveled at how these faithful saints, traveling for days, sometimes in miserable conditions, wanted only to bathe, eat, and then rush to the temple. Many of these saints would attend the temple and be open until it closed for the entire duration of their stay.
In honor of that faith and pioneer spirit is the song, Toma mi mano, which means, take my hand, and together we can make a better world.
Todos tienen algo para compartir. Todos somos dignos de sin amor. Solo necesita nuestra amistad para aliviar su dolor. Yo siento así. Todo depende de mí. Toma mi mano y ven conmigo a un mundo mejor, un mundo sin tristezas. Ven conmigo. Yo siento así. Todo depende de mí. Toma mi mano y ven conmigo a un mundo mejor, un mundo sin tristezas. Ven conmigo. Toma mi mano.
storm. They came to this valley, this parched desert land. They went through, I'll never understand. But their memories hold me, their love consoles me. I feel their strength, they're part of who I am. Soul.
People aren't mean to me anymore because of my boys' love.
How can I be? How can I be? Like the strong servant of the Lord. How can I be? How can I be? Like mighty and like hero. How can I be simply warrior and learn to fly without faith? I wanna be Samuel and I wanna be Benjamin the wise. I wanna be like Jesus Christ. Oh, tell me how can I be like How can I be like
Worthy, an able young man who graduated from high school or as equivalent, regardless of where he went. I had the option of being recommended for missionary service beginning at the age of 18. Instead of age 19. I'm not suggesting that all young men will or should serve at this earlier age. Rather, based on individual circumstances, as well as the determination by priesthood leaders, this option is now available. Today, I'm pleased to announce that able, worthy young women who have the desire to serve may be recommended for missionary service beginning at age 19 instead of age 25.
In Book of Mormon days, the army of healing had young men who fought with swords to defend their rights and their faith. Here tonight, we have a modern day army of healing, made up of young men and young women. But instead of fighting with swords made of metal, they are armed with the sword of truth, the gospel of Jesus Christ.
As missionaries, these young men and young women will go throughout the world, seeking the pure heart and bring hope to the weary. With their faith burning bright, there is a beacon in the night, for the light they hold up is the Lord, Jesus Christ. Brothers and sisters, these youth are our modern-day heroes.
place where heaven and earth meet.
Let it sink deep within our hearts that this is our temple, and it will bless our lives and the lives of our families for countless generations to come.
As we look to the new temple that opened in the night sky, let it inspire us to worship our faith in the Savior, Jesus Christ.
Zion in the midst of Babylon. I choose this day. I choose the person I will be. I'm not here then. I know who I am. But I believe I will stand strong. And turn my back to Babylon. I find my strength when I kneel to pray. I will I choose this
Okay, brothers and sisters, just a couple of announcements. It was wonderful.
It's easy to talk about faith. It's easy to do what's right when there's no sacrifice.
It's so easy to preach about heart and say you'll be faithful and true when you know there's nothing to lose. I could do so much good in my life and help my people in this land. But what is there to live for if I'm not true to who I am?
I choose this day. I choose the person I will be. Do I fear man? Deny who I am, and all that I believe. Will I stand tall? Will I soar, or do I fall? When the Spirit calls, will I be strong? Will I obey? I will choose this day. I look into the evening sky, and I see the temple of God. The Spirit is telling me I found Zion in the midst of Babylon.